where the wrestling truth resides.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome to the show, Zach Burton. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, guys? I just want to say I talked to Dylan Nix. I talked to Tyler Adams. I did not agree to do a show with the guy who's responsible for most of my knee problems. Like, I did not.
Sorry. I should have warned you.
No,
Okay.
To be fair,
like I'm gonna
See
be
you
honest,
later, JP. How's it going?
and this is how we start the show.
Oh my god,
motherfuckers! I swear.
listen, I know nothing about how this system works, so I could.
Zach's been on for 5 seconds. He's like, I regret this already.
No, that's usually when I'm popping on for like any chat with my friends, because usually I pop up when they're having the weirdest fucking conversation.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, y'all want to talk about y'all were just talking about Ben's stories. Jesus Christ, you ever have him tell you that suddenly halfway through his drive-through order he wants you to do the rest of the order in your Stewie voice?
No.
Oh my god.
Fucking 11 o'clock at night, driving home from Lanesboro, Massachusetts for TIW. He decides he's gonna order in a British accent, and then he's like, "All right, I'm fucking bored. Zach, you finish."
Did you even know what his order was? Did he even say what it was? Or did you just bullshit it?
No. I just learned to stop asking questions when it comes to Ben.
Yeah, we all have at this point. We're just kind of like, okay, Dad. Quick, Dad. Actually, speaking of, like, it was like the last the Ring Wars show, and he's just yelling random non sequiturs about Tom Hardy at us, and we're just like, sure.
I'm trying to find that promo.
Oh,
It's so funny.
So,
Never a dull moment with Alexander.
So, Zach Burton, introduce yourself.
I gotta be honest. It's weird to think about introducing myself, because like I'm gonna be straight up. I had a moment earlier tonight where I was talking to my wife, and I was like, holy shit, I'm actually going to be talking with people who I haven't really sat and had a conversation with in over 5 years. Like it's crazy to think about, and like it's just because I've been so separated from the wrestling world for so long, and it's because it's because I had a lot of shit happen in my life that I just had to take priority.
Buddy, I understand.
Yeah, and number one is sleeping right across the hall. So yeah, but I mean, I wrestled for. Yeah, I think all in total, with everything considered, I think in total for 4 years. Worked a lot with JP. We trained together, and actually, I'm so glad that you brought up the story about you almost fighting Paul, because I remember me and my boys were in the front fucking row that night, because that was the cage. That was one of the cage shows, right?
First cage. It was either the first or the second night of the cage they ever did, and Ace was like in the cage, and he was just coming out, and one of Paul Dowling's kids like swung at Ace or something. I faced the kid, and I was I want to say it was
probably Eric.
Or no, it was Eric. Yeah, you're right.
Was it Eric? It was probably Eric.
I pie faced him, and I was like, "Don't you fucking touch the wrestler!" Blah blah blah. All of a sudden, I got Paul Dowling like spitting in my face, shoving me, and then we're shoving back. I got Joey Gleets, rest his soul, trying to pull me into the cage to get me away. I'm just swinging, and then they're hauling him out the door, out the only lane that you can walk out in the hall. Like, it was bad.
Oh my god. O'Reilly, I love you so much. Jesus Christ.
That's not on a part. What show is this? Because I think I remember this.
This was Let's. This was after. I can't remember.
I'm going to say it right here. I'm saying it right here. It is February 21st, 2025, 9:08 p.m. I'm saying officially, for the next Limitless or Let's Wrestle year-end awards, most memeable wrestler needs to happen, and it needs to be Ben every fucking time.
Yes,
every single time.
It's true.
Oh,
yeah.
Actually, I think so you were at a Let's show. You came and hung out for a little bit at the beginning, but I think the last show you were at with all of us and we did anything at was actually it was MMPW, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I thought you did cleats after that. Cleats Rumble.
Were you at the Gleats Rumble? Was that after that?
Yes, I was at the Gleats
All
Rumble.
right.
I was
I don't remember if Eric's
I was a very last minute thing for that.
Yeah.
Here's how you can tell that. It was the one match where I went full beard.
Yeah.
That's the only way you could tell that I was completely not prepared.
Yeah, because I remember that because it was supposed to be. Who was supposed to show up? It was someone from Massachusetts, and they didn't show. And I remember Randy going, "Zach, you got your shit?" And you're like, "Yeah." He's like, "Go get it on."
Yeah, I remember that. You just came in just to say hi, everybody, and then
yeah,
you have your stuff. I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, yeah, go.
Yeah, that was
get
the first time y'all met my kid and everything. Jeez.
Yeah. By the way,
Yeah.
kids, always have your gear. So
Yeah, right.
you never know.
Oh man.
So
But,
real
yeah,
quick, one of my favorite things that this is a behind the curtain sort of scenario.
oh boy.
Back when me and Zach first started teaming together in wrestling, we didn't really technically have a formidable tag team name like Dylan.
As soon as I saw Primer say it, I knew you were going to bring it up.
So Primer
I was going to ask about it.
came up with a wonderful, beautiful name for us behind the curtain, known as Shits and Tits. I was the shits. He was the tits.
Everyone was very jealous of my testicles. Okay.
Everyone was very jealous.
And the worst part is they're going away, and everyone's so mad about it.
It's called working out and getting the shit, brother.
I'm like, do you have any idea how happy I was when the doctor told me I'd lost 45 pounds since my last appointment? Like, for crying out loud. But everyone's so mad that the boobies are going away. So sorry that I broke your dreams.
You lost 45 pounds. I just ate half a pizza, so you know.
So I've never
I'll still do
shared.
that.
I've never shared this with Zach before, but I have a Google Drive from like the early stuff that we all used to do.
Oh no.
And I purposely have it in here, literally labeled as shits and tits.
Oh my god, you ass.
So the history is all here.
Play it.
Oh god, I don't even know. I can't play this one because that's redacted.
Yeah.
Wait, why is that
no.
redacted?
Because there's a lot of
dude,
violence.
everybody, everyone
Who's in that one?
this match so much. They said that at this point, this was
Turn it down a little bit, JP.
Good job, JP. Yeah. There you go.
I don't know why I was dying.
Jeez, JP's over here just like, I don't listen to you fuckers in full
I
volume.
love how the producer just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Who's this homeboy? Who's this like?
Oh, so this dude, it's been a while, but don't ask what I'm wearing.
Is that Roadblock?
That's
that's fucking Roadblock.
We were he was managing us because you got to think this is 2016.
Did he
this
borrow
back?
cousin Larry's gear?
Well, no, because like the whole thing was when I had started, Eric decided that he was going to give me a kind of a trucker kind of redneck gimmick, and that I was going to be Roadblock's younger brother. Literally, yeah. Hold on. Literally, the month after we debuted as a tag team, he had his big motorcycle accident.
Oof.
So there went all my tag.
There was a good reason
and
for that. But
by the way, JP, those tights that you're wearing are in my bottom drawer right now.
Are they orange and black?
Funny,
They are orange and
I
black.
probably fit in them now. Because, but
Hey,
like
cat.
5 years ago, I probably would never fit in them.
Well, yeah.
But
Oh,
so
God.
if you
Like,
look in this video,
Oh my
in the
god! I
corner.
remember.
in the corner, that is a very, very young, oh my God, wow, Jimmy Limits. That is a Jimmy Limits from 2016, but he was known as Sebastian Kelly.
Who are
then
you
he
punching in
changed
the face right here? Who's this homeboy?
So
right
that
here?
is his name was simply Plunkett, and he called himself the Ogre. And let me tell you, I'm really reminding how fucking stiff these goddamn shoulder blocks was, and then the bump is just. I remember how Bertha didn't move.
Plunkett trained at the Monster Factory for back
Yeah.
reference. He doesn't wrestle anymore, I don't believe, but because if he did, he would definitely still be around.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
here's the
he's
thing,
gonna look, man.
this is like our second, maybe third tag match we ever had together. So
Oh no, dude, we had a couple more than that.
I feel like it was not that like much into it. I feel
You've always thrown those
No,
clotheslines so like that. That's so weird.
Like the I feel like this was like this was pretty close to right before we split.
no, you're right. I have this in the 2016 folder, so this definitely was some time after. Yeah, you're right. It just it all blended together so much. Like,
Don't suplex him into his own corner.
this was less than a year into it.
Don't suplex him into his own corner.
You're gonna watch some cringy shit here. I'm telling you.
Oh, dude, my first few matches I watch back now. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ, what was I doing?
I thought you actually went to the second on both feed there. I was like, oh my god.
Oh yeah, really? You think that I trusted Bertha that much?
Yeah,
dude,
it's being used for EW.
Is that Carver?
Yeah, that's Carver. Yeah,
Randy Carver.
This is just after a Limitless had started, like maybe 6 months after it started.
Oh my god, do we have to be reminded of that? Like, okay, I'm
Here's
not
the best
not
part with
not
Gold Match.
not the Limitless starting, but can we just forget all of the drama that happened in that time? Like,
yeah,
oh my God.
that was the worst of it. Pretty.
Did you
my
watch Eric Johnson's stories in the last couple
I
of
was
shows?
gonna say,
He told all the tea. He
didn't
boiled
watch
the
that
tea.
at all.
Eric Johnson's Uncle Iro up in this place. All right, that's how much tea that guy had. I did it to Pop Zach.
There's a lot of clips. It was nice.
Yeah. Oh God, why did you have to remind me of that? Yeah, that was the first time I ever got knocked out in a ring. I have no recollection.
First time I got knocked out in a ring.
Out.
I wasn't knocked out, but I definitely rattled myself when I went on my own damn head.
And then here's the best one out of all of it is yeah, I don't know what I was doing there.
What, you were going for your neck breaker.
And fucking snapped the head back, rolled me back up onto my feet, and here comes good old death.
Nice jumping pump kick. That wasn't too bad.
Well, it was also weird because like those two, like they didn't team long in IWE either.
No, they do not. It was very brief.
And Plunkett started doing his own thing and like going into singles, and then he became Sebastian Mayhem. So
Jimmy Limits went through a lot of character changes, that's for sure.
Is it more than Primer?
Yeah.
Okay, to be fair, I love Primer, and I would say that to his face. So
yeah, I love John to death. I love John to death. I was convinced that he would just boot up 2K before every single show.
Open up a cup of coffee in one hand, controller in the other, and a 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I'd be like, all right, what name are we coming up with today?
he's gonna message me about 5 minutes back. You're unbooked forever. God damn it. Oh well. Yeah, no, dude. So we started in IWE. We started with JP and all those yahoos, and I
turned on.
And I gotta go to one of your last matches that I remember being at. I don't know if it wasn't your last match, but it was your last. I think it was your last match. I'm gonna bring up a name. I apologize just now because you're gonna hate me when I say this, but Big Matt Moxie.
Yep.
Matt Mahoney, Big Moxie.
Will not touch that shit.
And by the way, guys, if you ever want to make him angry real quick, just send him a picture of something with Moxie on it. I found a boat that was called Moxie.
No,
Zach.
No. I've been to therapy now.
But that was you and Eric Johnson at Let's Wrestle.
Yeah.
And that was 2018, 2019?
That
2019.
match. I'm assuming you're specifically talking for the road, right? Or
no, it wasn't the road. That was,
Dojo.
Yeah, no, it was before that. This is like the one where Eric like literally left you on the floor.
Oh yeah. When
Then you came back after that. But this is like where you thought you were done.
Yeah. There was a lot of shit going on for me at that time. That was really not my finest moment. I mean, going through a lot. I had at that point I had really felt like wrestling was more of an obligation at that point more than anything. It had gotten to a point where frankly, to put it mildly, there were conversations that people didn't think that I had heard that I was indeed in the room for. The main one being, and I quote, "Fuck Zach, he lost his job at the radio station, so he lost us our free advertising." I'm going. So
Can I take a wild guess who that was?
I mean,
You don't have to say. I think I know who that is.
yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like, it was one of those things where I was just like, and my wife had started pointing out to is like, you say you love this, but you're coming home from every show absolutely miserable, and you just don't seem like you're enjoying it. You don't seem like you're having fun anymore. What is this really continuing to be worth it for you? And that the night that Eric was supposed to just beat the living hell out of me, I was actually supposed to be in the very first Let's Rumble. I was supposed to be in that match, and that was supposed to be the official death of Big Moxie. And then later in the Rumble, I was going to come out as Zach Burton, and me and Eric were going to brawl it out. That was also the night that we had that massive fucking snowstorm in Maine.
Yep.
And I had literally just gotten my car back after hitting the patch of black ice, so I dipped early. And obviously, that took my lumps on that and had to, work my way and pay my dues again and, do whatever I could to earn my spot back. But that was exactly what I told Randy I was going to do. I was like, I understand I disappointed you, and I understand that I lost a big opportunity here. But I don't want you to feel like the opportunities you've given me here are squandered. I love this place. This is really my home. You guys have started to really, it's picked up in a way that I haven't felt in months. But when I was informed that my spot was gone here, it hurt, because like this was the place that mattered. So that's why I busted my ass. And then one very painful clothesline from Rip Bison later.
dude, I can tell you, man. I was there for that. I remember watching that and just watching that match, going, "Holy shit, here we go! All right."
Yeah.
And you're starting to pick it back up right there. And of course, life happens. But
that was the thing, man. Like I'll never personally forget that match with Rip more than anything when it comes to Let's Wrestle, because when he approached me for doing the match, he had done something that I wasn't 100% used to. And JP, you'll be able to comment on this, give it our background. Everything I called, he okayed. Everything. Oh god. He, by the way, that leather strap nailed me in the face in the beginning of the match. Like, you could see it nailed me right in the fucking face.
No.
Like, yeah.
Oh my god. Yep.
Bastard. Oh my god.
There's a clip
I had
somewhere.
to, man. I had to.
There's a clip somewhere, and I can't fucking find it. Rip chasing freaking Dalton around the arena with whipping, and I can't find the clip.
Man.
I've seen it somewhere, and it's hilarious, but I can't fucking find it because I was there, because he was recording, and Rip does his normal thing of going after the camera, and he's backing up, and like he's not stopping, and he just takes off, and Dylan just takes off, like, oh shit, fuck, like.
Remember, kids, Rip is going to stay in character 100%. So you need to not be in his way.
You want a perfect example of that? I don't know if anybody else is going to remember this, or if anybody else is working security for that show, but there was a freaking show in Orono. I want to say it was like a January or February show. Absolutely freezing out. There's a dude in the second row in Daisy Dukes and cowboy boots. And Rip stayed in character the entire time interacting with him. And on top of that, like, got this close to him with the freaking strap. And I could not believe that Rip was able to keep a straight face. Like, how?
There's times you can break Rip sometimes.
Oh,
it has to be good. And but there's times I've seen him just crack up, and just and he'll play it like he meant to, but you can tell you got him.
Yeah.
So
I'm also fairly certain that there is still a video somewhere in my wife's multitude of files that she has. I'm still certain that there is a video of Rip Bison when he was still Tomahawk. Dancing. Okay, sorry, you're right.
It's like Bruno. We don't talk about it.
Okay, well, yeah. It's a video of him at the old Dexter venue, shucking and jiving to Poker Face.
Jesus Christ.
With most of his face paint still on.
Oh my god.
Oh, my.
Oof.
Which is watching Rip Bison beat the
No,
living piss out of you.
Well, there was a reason for that. Did not realize I had done it, and he had called me out on it immediately. That first shot that he threw up, I don't know why, but I sealed
You
up
covered
on
up. Yep.
And no, so I was gonna fucking take every goddamn shot he had, because that's one thing. Like, if I fuck up, I'm gonna acknowledge it. Oh.
And so
was
are
gross.
Jason Maverick's upset.
Yeah,
Oh, I see where Jason stole it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Jason also
Abyss.
stole his
Geez. Oh, the music.
Yeah,
Most of the name.
Jason Maverick is just Zach Burton 1.5.
I remember. Oh, speaking of the music, I've got to tell the story because this is funny as shit. So we were speaking of MMPW. We were sitting at MMPW, and I don't think Zach had heard Jason come out to the music yet. And all of a sudden,
I had known. I had known.
Did you? Just your reaction is great because it was probably a work reaction, be like, "Son, bitch, this is my music."
Yeah, because me and Nick had talked about it that earlier. We were like, I think it would be really funny because he uses your old music. Like, why don't you make it a bit? I was like, sure.
And
plus,
fucking never give a shit about using his music.
Yeah. So Zach, if you didn't know this, Kat and I come out to Sound of Madness by Shinedown.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we did first show we do it. Freaking Jason comes up, he's like, "Hey guys, so that's my music." Both of us went, "What? He's
what?
Like, yeah, I used it at like IWE like twice.
Yeah, I did it 2 times.
Twice, like at IWE. That doesn't count.
It'd be like me being like, "Hey, I used shipping up to Boston. Don't use it ever again." Like,
yeah. Somewhere Mike McCarthy's like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, then I would have been like, "Yeah, never mind."
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
ouch.
Yeah, that's why I don't do neck breakers. I learned that. I
lay it out
like,
with the man. It's like a cutter.
It had been like no, like I had fucking no. Yeah, this was just. There are so many moments that I look at. Like, I can't even look at it. I can't even look at it. Like on top of that, this was my since not being booked with Let's Wrestle. This was my first match really back. So like first time doing anything.
Yeah.
And on top of that, Johnny Torres, who you can all see laughing in the background, just being such a shit talker, had been giving me shit the entire day. Because he had been hyping me up that I was going to go one-on-one with Scott Wilde that day. Huh. And that changed the second that Rip saw me in my gear.
Was this the same tapings that was Drifter versus Scotty Wilde, and Scotty did his moonsault to land on his feet and Drifter rolled the wrong way?
I gotta be honest, I don't remember.
Oh, it was one of the tapings. So
oh, those ropes are loose.
It's the dojo ropes. They're 95% of the time loose.
Sorry if you can hear a freaking cat begging for something in the background. I apologize.
Love gun. Oof.
Was that the clothesline you're talking about, or is it this one?
Nope.
Oof.
No, you guys know what one I'm talking about. God damn it.
Yeah. Ooh, nice lefts. All right.
Oh no! I thought he was going to Northern Lights you for.
Ooh, there we go.
Buttons popped off my vest. Perry caught one.
Samuel Matthews is somewhere very upset right now.
Oh my god!
He's stolen all my shit. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Oh, yeah.
I stole all my shit from Taz, Samoa Joe, and Okada, so I can't say anything.
I stole all my shit from every deathmatch wrestler that there's currently active right now.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I still have hair in this video.
Was he going for an angle slam there?
Oh my god!
I don't remember what exactly he was going for, and he literally just told me to huck him right here.
Angle slam, a Slido suplex, a backdrop suplex. There's a few things you can do out of that position.
Beautiful.
That's cool.
TKO, nice. Ripper with that big cell leg. I just died. Oh, come on, Greenleaf. That was 3.
Greenleaf can't count as always.
Per usual. Nothing.
Oh my god, it's fucking Kirby. I haven't seen him forever.
I
miss Kirby.
Kirby Wackerman fun fact, is one of the most sent memes in my Discord server. So it's totally because my brain is fucking weird. So right before this is the one. This is the
this one.
Oh, yeah.
I'd have died. You see me in the background, like, oh, he died.
He did.
I think I saw those jeans too.
I literally
Wow. No, that's where you should have kept
Nix? Did you see him? Look.
It's the Seth Rollins face.
Oh my god!
It's
so
Dad.
It's the same. I think that's the same look that Rip had when Eric clotheslined me out of my shoes. Or it's very close anyway. It's very close.
oh my god,
Good. That's so good.
So we go from
Can't
Big
remember what I'm
Moxie.
saying.
We go from Big Moxie to Zach Burton. What were the usually Levi's here to do all this? I'm just making it up as I go. What were the big influences for Zach Burton?
Well, the thing was, I wanted to do something different, and like I truthfully, like by the time that I had done everything that I felt like I'd done everything I could with Big Moxie, like even like respectfully, when even IWE management is getting bored of it,
Yeah.
there's a sign that something needs to change. So I wanted to do something different, and I always wanted to do like some kind of darker, more psychological gimmick. And that's what I was originally going to do. And unfortunately, the only like real chance I got to show it off in promos was when I did my promo for my rematch against Eric for Pandemic at the Dojo.
Yeah.
To kind of to show off like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm just trying to think what the show name was. It wasn't Pandemic the Dojo 2. We had another name for it. And I just can't think of what it is right offhand.
Pandemic at the Dojo was the one right before the road.
Well, no, we did that. Then we went into the road, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it was Pandemic at the Dojo, and then the road, and me and Eric had those two matches together.
The deserted dojo match, fucking great match.
Oh my god!
The mist is still on the ceiling.
The what?
The mist is still on the ceiling.
Eric's green mist is still on the ceiling at the dojo.
That's
still
every now and then Randy looks up at it and it's like, motherfucker.
But no, like I will always hold both of those matches with Eric in such a special place in my heart, because like, and I mean, I've told Eric this in personal conversations. I'll say it a million times over. I hold so much respect for Eric. He really did a lot for me in terms of keeping me going with wrestling for a long time. I honestly thought that when IWE had purchased MEW, again, because of things that I was told, and because I was a young and stupid.
Original MEW, not the one that currently runs.
Yeah, there's a current one now. This is old school.
There's an old
confusion.
Yeah.
But yeah, like because of things that I had been informed of, I didn't think Eric was going to want to keep me on as a student, but pleasantly surprised he did keep me on. And, I do owe a lot of what I was able to do, to Eric. And I remember when Randy had actually approached me about Let's Wrestle in the first place, he said, who are some of the people you want to work with? First name I said was Eric Johnson.
Yeah.
Because at that point, I was the only person in our training class who had not gotten a one-on-one match with him. I was the only one because they never.
My one-on-one with him wasn't even in IWE. It was literally in Global.
Yeah. So I wanted to do something special with that, and thankfully we actually got that with Pandemic at the Dojo, and those matches were so much fun. Not to mention the look that all y'all had when he dropped me on my head in that first match.
Oh, that's right. He the Johnson special. Dude, I bobbleheaded when I did. I was like, things that.
Jesus.
It was when people were like, "Can you take this?" I'm like, "Yes." Not as well as I think to. Holy lag, Batman! Lag. Are we in a temporal displacement here? There we go. Oh, he did the red mist.
And I love how he's still wearing his freaking like Italian singlet under all of this.
Yep.
Oh my god! Oh, shoulder,
gross.
Oh,
shoulder, dude.
Oh,
gross.
I remember him wearing the Italian singlet, and I think it was Paul Dowling. It was at a Let's show, and somebody, I swear to God, it was Paul. He was like, "Go back to Mexico," and Eric's like, "Dude, I'm Italian." was like, I looked over down, like I didn't know.
This
is probably my second Let's show
here at an IWE show.
This is probably my second ever Let's show ever, and I just kind of went, "What?" Jesus Christ!
Here's a little blast from the past for you.
Oh no!
This is during my bad hair phase.
I'm fairly certain.
What do you mean during?
Also, rest in peace, Griffin.
Oh my God, Griff.
Griff, rest in peace, buddy.
Griff and okay, so
this
now
was a good match though.
It was a fun match. Yeah.
The Mutts are pretty much no longer in existence. Griff is unfortunately passed away. What is his name?
Alex Kane.
Alex is the skinnier one, right?
Yeah,
because Randy can still wrestle, and he just wrestled for
MPW. Sorry. I was Randy is the one that you're talking about here.
Oh,
Jose is who you're thinking of.
Jose, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Jose's neck is like completely screwed up. So
yes.
Levi will tell you the story. So Levi and Jose had a one-on-one, and it was going to set up. It was basically working into the Seawolves versus the Mutts, and we were excited to like work this program and stuff. Well, Levi hits Jose with his he sets him up for a fireman's carry and flips him over to a neck breaker.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, a pretty simple move. What we didn't know is Jose's neck was as messed up as it was. So, JP, did you tell him this? I think it was you that told Levi this. And Levi looked at you like, "Are you telling me I could have paralyzed the motherfucker?"
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The look on JP, the look on Levi's face was like, "Holy shit!" So none of us knew that. So it wasn't anyone's fault.
No, not Ring Around the Mahoney. Not Ring Around the Mahoney. Oh God, this sucks so bad.
Dude, he caught you right in the face.
He did,
No. He actually didn't. I can confirm that. There's only been one time where I've ever truly been kicked in the face during a match. It was not that moment. However, since we are watching an Island Falls match, JP and I are here, and we're both in this match, and the referee for this match is Joey Gleitz. I have a story for y'all. The only person who is involved in the story not present at the moment would be Mr. Canada, Ricky Williams. So, JP, shut your goddamn mouth.
JP's getting excited. I'm gonna get excited. Let's hear it.
So, I was living in Portland at the time, and JP and Ricky were going to be my ride up to Island Falls, and we were also going to be grabbing Gleats on the way. So Jesus, how can I forget this part of the match? Randy didn't like how his chops landed twice, so Griff just goes ahead and stiffs me on one. He then immediately apologizes because Griff was like the biggest softie you ever met.
He did. You could hear him.
That reminds me. Sorry, really quick.
Yeah.
Fucking we're doing Supernova. It's a 5v5. It's team Jesse Nolan versus team what was it? Team Tony Clash. And Short Fuse, I forgot what his name was he was in the ring for most of the heat, and kicking his ass. And I got him to the corner, and I'm like, "Sorry, buddy." He goes, "Sorry for what?" And I just fucking just loaded a fucking like massive chop. He just goes, and we continued on for like another 2 minutes. I get in the ring, and he goes, "Dude, just fucking pin me. Just fucking pin me. I'm done." I'm like, buddy, you just got one more spot and you're out. And I'm like, "Oh my God, thank God." I'm like, "Oh, you'd have to do is slip out. That's it." He goes, "Oh, thank God." He fucking slips out, tags, fucking rolls out, fucking pukes underneath the ring because he's so
Jesus Christ.
We shit out of him. I'm gonna feel that match sometime.
Oh, jeez.
For like 5, 6, 7 minutes, we beat the living piss out of him. And he took all the heat. It was so fucking funny.
I love how this whole match is just getting heat too.
Yeah, I'm just getting like that. That was the shit. Like, here's the fucked up thing. Respectfully,
I should have been taking the heat.
Respectfully,
yes. But it was always me. It was always me. There was one time, and it was when we did the triple threat tag match with the Play Society and the Fog, and y'all didn't call shit for me but the finish.
Oh my God, forget this. Sorry, forget about this match. So I went unconscious for 8 minutes in that match. I didn't know where I was because Jossie kicked me in the back of the head and knocked me out cold. I totally forgot about that.
So, hold on. Before you pull that up.
Finish the story. I want to hear the story.
Finish the story.
So,
JP.
JP and Ricky Williams had come pick me up, and we had just left Fairfield after picking up cleats. Now I'm just scrolling through my phone. I'm reading whatever the hell I can find, and I come across this article that immediately piques my dumbass interest because it's 5 board games you won't believe exist. The very first one is a very, very like horribly named racist game. I'm not gonna mention it here, but it's right there in the title. Either way, it's horrible, and it's like maybe after I get done reading off this list, everybody, it's like maybe a good 45 seconds of just pure silence because apparently Ricky Williams is against driving with the radio on.
Who is he, Tajiri?
I guess.
Wow, JP.
So,
No, I was stretching my eyes. I was just bad timing that you said that.
Sure.
So it's good 45 seconds. It's a good 45 seconds of silence, and Gleets just looks over him and he goes, "Hey, Monopoly." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Right.
They go, I was like, "Monopoly? What the hell are you talking?" And he goes, "Candyland." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And he just keeps off listening more board game. And then finally I catch on. I'm like, "Oh, he's just being a dank. He's listening off every freaking board game you can think of." So all 4 of us get in on the bit.
Oh, Jesus.
We're doing this for like a good solid 4 minutes. We're just laughing hysterically. Can't stop. We're all looking like a bunch of idiots.
It was great.
It was one of the dumbest things ever. Well, we all finally stopped. And again, it's like another 2 minutes. It's another 2 minutes go by. And then Gleets says, "Camper." I'm going, "What in the hell are you talking about? That's not a board game." He points. And that is when I look ahead through the windshield and I see that we are rapidly approaching a recreational vehicle.
like literally right there in our face.
And this is because Ricky Williams is looking down at his phone.
Yeah.
While
And
he's
I'm in
driving.
the passenger seat, not realizing it either. And so all 4 of us at the same time, just
All 3 of us.
or 3 of us just scream in unison, like at the same time as he veers out of the fucking road. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God, that's a good one.
And we're all sitting there just completely breathless, like, holy shit, we almost just got into a massive car accident because Ricky wasn't paying attention. We're not trying to throw shade. We're just trying to be calm. We're just trying to be calm and just like, let the moment pass. And then finally, after a few minutes go by, I said, "That's it. I'm not inviting any of you to board game night."
I'd have just looked up and been like, "Mousetrap."
Of all people.
No, at that
help you,
point,
Bellatrix?
at that point, it's Final Destination.
Yeah,
basically.
So,
Oh
so
shit.
great reference to that match you were just thinking of. So the funny part about this entire match is the only time that Zach is in this match, he had waited about this 10-minute match for both.
Oh, I remember you telling me the story.
8
Go for it.
minutes into this match, it had taken for him to finally get tagged in. And as soon as he get tagged in, the crowd is waiting. The crowd had been cheering for him. He finally gets the hot tag, and you'll see it here shortly. But here in the beginning, I immediately get my first concussion and concussed.
Oh,
Immediately. I am out cold at this point. And there is nothing like that anyone knew. No one knew what was going on. I was not awake.
is that that's not Malik, is it?
No, that is Roberts.
Yes.
Oh,
He used to be the original. Him and Jose used to be the original Play Society.
ooh,
Yeah, I was unconscious for like minutes of all of this. So like as you can see, we're 4 minutes into this. I'm still taking the heat in this. And it's a triple threat. I'm still taking the heat.
just hit me.
Which, by the way, I would like to give the exact quote that I was given. Because these motherfuckers, these 5 individuals, spent a good 30 minutes talking, conferring, planning. I said, you know what? This is a tag match, and I know that Play Society and Danny and excuse me, I know the Fog are going to be more in control here because they're the ones calling everything. I'm not going to sit here and get in the way. I'm going to wait. They say they're going to have something for me. I'm going to wait. Nothing. Finally, I say, okay, like, is there any particular moment you want me to plan for? And they say, oh, don't worry, we'll plan for it. We'll know
it when it comes.
Originally, you were supposed to have a hot tag, but because I went unconscious, I forgot everything. Yeah. Like, I forgot everything. So this, I don't even think this was supposed to happen either. And I was supposed to get tagged back in. Kenny wasn't supposed to be tagged in at all. So I'm sitting up here and I'm like, I have to get back in the ring. I was like, because I have to tag you in for the hot tag. So again, we're 8 minutes.
I remember in this moment, you and I were trying to talk and I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah. And at this point, we're 8 minutes in. You had not been in this match once at this point. And eventually I get back in. So I think this is finally where we go to a situation where
what the hell is that?
It was supposed to be. This was on the fly at this point because I was literally walking unconscious. I had no idea what was happening. Oh yeah. So this was the setup. Oh, it's like I die again, by the way. It wasn't the clothesline. It's what I take immediately after by Kenny because he just doesn't give a fuck. And we were green as grass. So, him and Jose.
What's the phrase that Larry likes to use? Green as goose shit.
He stole it from Cornette.
I die.
Oh,
it's like Bubba Ray when he
watch my head. Dead.
Oh Jesus!
It's like Bubba Ray when he took the DDT off the ladder from Jericho.
Yeah.
The Bulldog off the ladder of Jericho and knocked himself the fuck out. And then Jericho's trying to tell him that like everything is concussed. He goes, "Bully, hit your finish." He goes, "What's my finish?"
Oh, it had already happened. No, it hadn't happened yet.
So it's funny.
Nope.
Even if I didn't know,
still waiting.
Even if I didn't know the Fog was Amber and Jossie,
here it is.
Just the way that what was Humorous is Jossie, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Just the way Humorous moves in the ring. Jossie has a very tell on how he moves in the ring.
Oh yeah,
you can tell it's him.
I feel like both Amber and Jossie had that when they were doing the Fog, and like even if they weren't even if the bodysuits weren't in the colors, you'd still be able to tell who was who.
Yeah.
So here we are, 10 minutes in. I'm literally right next to him at this point. He finally tags in. We're finally 10 minutes. Peak at the crowd is at their toes. They're literally standing on their feet, standing ovation, ready for Matt Mahoney to get in and do this amazing, phenomenal hot tag.
Wow.
Yeah, 10 minutes and 17 seconds in.
Jesus Christ, is Tony Khan booking this shit?
And by the way, I would like to point out because if we do end up playing this for the actual finish,
there's 30 seconds left, so we're gonna see it.
Okay, so hold on, no, pause it, because I'm going to acknowledge this.
Oh boy,
and I'm also going to say right now, I never wanted this to be my finish. Literally never fucking wanted this to be my finish. But because I had told Eric at one point that I was interested in putting a Dragon Sleeper into my moveset a little bit, Eric suggested, well, then why don't you start doing the Crossroads as your finish? I never wanted to do the Crossroads because I never felt comfortable doing it or safe doing it, but everyone always insisted, oh, no, we'll be fine. So when Amber said, don't worry, we'll be fine.
I've heard that before.
I feel every time I hit this damn thing. Every time, I felt so bad.
This is, keep in mind, guys. This is coming off of a hot tag. 10 minutes into the match and immediately getting super kicked, and that was 30 seconds later.
Do you know how surprised I am that there exists footage of me winning a match and I'm not completely gassed?
The other one that I won't show that has the redacted and is our first tag win that's still in there. Aiden Andrews is a part of that match, but I won't show it because of the other fucker. But
yeah, let's not.
Are you talking about the ref that's redacted?
No, I think he's talking
no,
to a guy who talks like this kid.
Yeah, that one.
Fergie Jesus.
So at Walter Kowalski School for Professional Wrestling.
Oh, okay, yeah.
42, and I
The minute I said that, everyone knows who that is.
Yeah. I never met him, thank God.
You're a lucky soul.
He wasn't awful, but yeah.
He was awful.
He was always decent to me. I'll say it that way.
Jeez,
Hey, he was decent to anyone that didn't have. Never mind. I'm not gonna. All right, I'm not gonna.
Anyway,
Anyway,
you stepped away from wrestling and
Yeah.
you started doing getting into voice acting. Do you want to know? Do you want to talk about like how you got into that? What, like
in the Bartok voice.
Of course, because like my coworkers, Dylan Nix thinks I'm a fucking jukebox.
Oh sure, blame the bat. We're easy targets. I can't do a good one.
Let's leave the impressions to me.
Okay, I can do a good Stitch and a good Golem. That's about it.
well, let's hear it.
Oh, you're on the
If you
spot
can do
now.
it, let's hear it.
All right.
All right. Now.
This is just
I know my
because
next drop.
No, this is just because I sent you that voice note of me doing the Austin promo as Gandalf the other night. Isn't it?
Yeah. No. Actually, I kind of
I feel like one of us needs to pick an actor, the other one needs to pick like a line from something. And
That's like
the other person needs to pick a setting. Like, and
it's
just,
an episode of freaking
Zach,
Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, no, like because I was joking around with Dylan when he initially messaged me about the show. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to do some weird shit and I started joking around. I was like, oh, what character that can I do an impression of that I could read a wrestling promo as that I think it would be funny. And then as soon as I said that, I was like, oh my god, Gandalf could do the Austin 316 promo right there. And here's the thing.
You beat me to it.
But the thing is,
voices the silly voice man could do.
We'll get there. But it's funny because like it literally just fell into my lap. But I was sitting there, I sat about and thought for a grand total of 30 seconds, and the only thing that came to mind was, "You speak of your valor, you speak of your Sauron 316. Well, Gandalf 316 says you shall not pass."
By the way, Zach, I gotta tell you this, man. My girlfriend caught one of your videos. I think your Bartok one actually. And she goes, "This is great." And I kind of looked at her. I'm like, "That's Zach." She's like, "You know him?" I was like, "Yeah."
Okay. So I got to tell you, it is so funny because that is the second time that somebody has said, "Oh yeah, I saw something that you posted a while ago, and I had no idea you could do this." And the funny thing is, it was Malik. It was Malik who he had reached out. He had reached out to me. He had reached out to me like a year ago at this point, and when I get an all caps message, I just assume you're screaming at me.
Yeah.
Because when I send an all caps message, I'm screaming at you.
Yeah.
When I'm working, I just say per my last email. But anyway, he messaged
last.
He messaged me out of the blue and he goes, "Dude, what the hell? You can sing?" Because I had posted a freaking video. I had posted a video on TikTok of me just singing something for a freaking Disney movie at one point, just joking around, and it ended up in a compilation of the original creator. I was like, okay, cool. That's how you figure it out. I was like,
yeah.
I literally looked at him. I was like, dude, you knew I was a theater kid. And if you didn't, how?
So I have to mention one of the funniest things. I don't think a lot of people realize this, but a lot of wrestling, especially like here in Maine, a lot of us were at one point theater kids. I've noticed a lot of it. Like we were either actors in some way, shape, or form, or we were in production, or we were into music or something. There's always some like performing thing that moves us into wrestling, and we're like, theater with damage.
Yeah, I mean, I think with how dynamic wrestling is, there's so much that can be taken from other forms of media and other forms of performance, because like you can get something from really anything when you look at it. I mean, of course, when you look at theater, of course, obviously you've got your whole basic layout of how everything's going to be set up. But like for me, and like one of the things I like, if people had ever asked me like for my advice, I was like, pick and choose from media, like what you really enjoy, and use that to combine it together and to make yourself something really something unique. because you can find other aspects from literally everything. And like, I mean, I will say a good example, and he may not agree with me, but JP, one of the things that he decided to do from the get-go was the whole break the cycle thing. And that was based on a song lyric. It was something that was important to JP, but at the same time he created it into something.
The best part is Hannah yelling in the background.
Apparently,
Professionals, guys.
even JP's dogs don't like me talking about him. But no, like he took that and he ended up making it something that was unique for himself, and then people started asking questions about it. They started getting more intrigued in it, and that's what got people into it. So I mean, there's always something you can look for, and there's always something that you can take into consideration. Like, and you guys asked about voiceover. The amount of times that I have had to stop myself from going into voice actor mode when I was doing promos, because like, here's the thing. I've always been a freaking walking cartoon character. I will acknowledge that. A lot of people have started to call that undiagnosed. That's besides the point. But there's always something that can be done. Like, one of the things that I feel wrestling definitely gave me a lot of is one of the things that it taught me that I use a lot in voiceover is the importance of like how you can use your tone through your performance. Like one of the biggest things that I was able to do when I was doing the podcast that I was a part of for a couple of years, they had given me one line, and they said, like, this character that you're playing, he's supposed to be very intense at this moment. He is supposed to be absolutely furious. But like, we also wanted to like make sure that he's he's not losing any of that grip of his power. But they said, we still want you to be loud, rambunctious, and angry. And I said, well, hold on a minute. If I may, can I try something first? And they're like, all right, what do you want to do? And I looked right at the director and I said, I want to do the exact opposite of that. I would, like, you're saying that he's supposed to be absolutely furious, and he's supposed to be making a threat towards this person. Can you tell me that it's really more intimidating to have someone screaming in your face than someone absolutely keeping their cool as they look you dead in the eyes and threaten you?
Right.
So just let me just try this for 1 second. And that was one thing that I always tried to do in promos. Like, I didn't I didn't love screaming all the time. I didn't always love being loud. So like in my recorded promos, that's when I would like back off and I would get quieter, and I would like make people listen.
JP, what is going on over there?
What the fuck, JP?
Hannah just got home, so the dogs are just going ape shit right now.
Sorry.
It's all good. All I hear is
Zach's not talking and like shit like that at all.
Yeah,
it's you know what? It's okay. I totally understand the pure joy that comes over a dog when their preferred human comes home.
I honestly was waiting for like a really witty like insult to me for some reason.
Okay, but
because I'm used to it from you when it comes
like JP and I have an unwritten rule. If I don't immediately make fun of him when I see him, he's gonna think something's wrong.
I know. I think that he genuinely is upset with me. But if he does make an insult to me, then I'm like, oh, thank God he's here.
So, do you have anything that you're like you're proud of? Like anything that you put out for like voiceovers or voice acting, anything like that you're like shit out like something that you go back to every single day, just to like replay it or something that, like I said, just very proud of that you've done.
I mean, like the entire show that I was a part of. So for clarification on what that was, I was part of a. I know it's gonna sound ridiculous, but I had a lot of fun doing it. I was part of a podcast that was a soap opera. And I at 26 years old, I was playing a 72-year-old man. And well, no, because like I went in and I did that show and I just did a fucking impression of Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life. and they enjoyed it enough to the point where they brought me back to the show. And the thing that I'm most proud of when it comes to that show is like from the very first episode, you can tell that was my very first voice acting gig. But as I kept going on, I got more comfortable with the character, and I always have fun with it. But like even just like the little stuff that I will put out online every once in a while, I just have fun with it. And like the stuff that I'm most proud of is when I know that I've made somebody smile. Like my favorite video that I've ever put out was when I did the whole Lord of the Rings characters as your Baldur's Gate companions. That is my favorite video that I've ever put out, just because of how many people were like, "Oh my god, like this, like I haven't played all the way through the game, but this is so much fun. I love hearing this." Getting a genuine
TikTok.
Yeah,
I've officially beat it twice.
So you're gonna judge me for this.
No,
I have over 450 hours in the game. I've only beat it once.
But
that's because I can't stop making new characters.
That's been my problem too. I keep going, oh man, maybe I'll play as this, maybe I'll play as that. I still haven't played any like the original, like the original companion run throughs. I haven't done any of that yet.
So
I don't have my
I only have one origin character run through going right now, and I'm playing as Astarion.
And over here, like
I have made him so broken. I've made him so broken.
Joey Nails, I only know that game for the hot green and red woman. Okay, you plebeian. I said that wrong.
First off, they have names.
They have names. That is Lozelle and Karlak.
Karlak by the way, about regarding the other voices I can do, more than you can.
I love how there's just a fight going on in our fucking chat.
Yeah, I've ignored it.
We're not even fucking paying attention to it.
Y'all take your petty garbage and get out of here.
I honestly, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I didn't even know I could read the comments that were happening right now.
If you get comments,
I've already fixed it. I've already fixed it.
It's wild. So I probably have asked this a million times, but to the audience themselves, who is in your mind the best voice actor that you can impersonate?
Oh, jeez. Wait.
I thought you were going to ask me who's the best voice actor, and I was about to judge.
Who's the best impersonation? My best impersonation? I mean...
That's the best. And it's probably one that I've heard a million times, and I'm sure I'm right. Like,
oh, don't lie to me, you bastard. I know you just wanted to hear this one.
Actually, I will. I had to set the mic down. I'm doing other things. I will ask, because I'm curious, because I have my select voice actors that I'm huge fans of.
Yeah.
Who is your favorite voice actor? Or who do you think is number one?
Oh, as far as number one, I don't really think that I could put an actual label on that. For some of my favorites, that would easily have to go to the guys that I actually met a year ago now. Me and Ethan Scott, we drove down to my hometown in New York, and we went to go see a show called Animaniacs Live, which was starring Rob Paulson and Maurice LaMarche, who are the voice of Yakko and also Pinky and the Brain, respectively.
Nice.
And those guys were so just genuinely kind. I will say it was a little bit disturbing seeing Rob Paulson slip into his Carl Weezer voice, flirt with a member of the audience, and find out that it was actually the wife of somebody who I went to high school with.
Oh, Jesus. Oh my God.
Okay, excuse me. No, I'm sorry. Not quite somebody I went to high school with, somebody I knew in high school.
So
it was so funny.
Speaking of Pinky in the Brain, I just got to do this. My favorite Pinky in the Brain line of all time. Of course, there's always like, see if I can do it. I can't do the impression right, but it's like, Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering? I think so, Brain, but when are we going to get rubber pants at this hour?
I'm going to tell you right now, as they had said it during the show, and also because I have heard Rob Paulson say it several times. Can I tell you my favorite one? Go ahead and give me the setup line, Dylan. You just said it.
Pinky, are you pondering what I'm pondering?
Well, I think so, Brain. But if Jack's black and Betty's white, does that make Marvin gay?
That's damn good. I love it.
No. I would like to say, I have heard that 3 times before hearing it live. hit so much harder live.
Oh my god, that's great.
Hit so much harder. And the absolute look of disdain that Maurice LaMarche had on his face the second that line came out of his mouth. Just...
So, Kat and I have joked about this before in this podcast. It's so funny, depending who their guest is. Sometimes we'll get pure wrestling. Eric was pure wrestling, but depending on the guest, sometimes we just delve off into a left turn.
That's the thing, man. Like that's why I was like, I wasn't 100% sure. I was like, oh man, are you sure you guys want to do that? Because like I'm gonna be honest, I've been like so separate from wrestling over the past few years. Like I just catch the highlights these days. I don't really watch a lot of the product, and I mean the only connection I have to it is y'all.
So you're just basically saying that we'll never see you again wrestling?
I didn't say that.
I was gonna say there's some promotions out there.
Listen, I would truthfully I would love to, because there are a lot of people that I would love to work with again, and there are a lot of things that I wanted to that I still wanted to do. There, you know, for prime example, oh my god, like if you were to tell me if I were to be, you know, in a perfect condition again, and if there was any chance in hell that I'd ever get one more match with BRG. Because listen, I've worked with a lot of people. Out of everybody that I've worked with, no disrespect to anybody else, but BRG, every time we worked together, because he was one of the first guys that I really wanted to work with, and I remember I wonder if JP will remember this. You remember when Eric first started doing the student shows, and because oh god, who was it? Because we got that group of 4, I think, and Brett was the only one who stuck around, thank God.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the little tiny little Todd Harris. It's a good time.
Yeah, with his Harris Country Club championship belt.
Yeah, it was like a paper thin title that went around his waist almost twice over because he was so small.
Oh man, but no,
God.
When he started coming up for the student shows, and then he became a little bit more of a frequent guy after new management had taken over, and he was one of the first guys that he and I really wanted to work with each other for a while. And here's how much of a raw deal he got. He got to work with me the night after Amber dove off the basketball hoop and put it through a table.
Good times.
I had that clip. I can't find it anymore.
Oh,
I had it.
Brutal.
And then Levi Spade did that, and we got banned from the fucking building. But
it wasn't Levi's fault. There's other things going on, and that building is
we
notoriously fickle
in that building with our street fight.
Yeah,
I got in trouble for breaking chairs at work.
We didn't break anything though. That's the ironic.
We didn't break anything. We broke ourselves.
Yeah, I had 12 chairs fall on my head.
Okay. All right. No. Y'all been asking me the tea for as long as I've been here. Now y'all got to spill the tea. Number one, what building are you talking about? What cap?
Okay. So it was me, Levi, and Kat versus JP, Primer, and Lee Miller.
Think about that.
And I was like, I couldn't remember which side you were on for a split second. I knew you were there. There's a few matches you were on the other side from us. I know. Shut up, dude. A lot of the shit has blurred my brain now because of head injuries. And
jeez, I know the wrestling fucking business is forgetting about me. Now my own fucking tag team partner is forgetting about me.
So
Jesus Christ.
So
anyways, go on.
So we were having a street fight, and there was no blood in the street fight. None of us bled. I don't think so. We just beat the ever-loving crap out of each other, and we threw each other all over that building. We should have cut about 10 minutes out of the match. That's about the only thing.
More than 10 minutes.
Yeah, at least 10 minutes. But we were kind of just having. It got to the point where we're like, we didn't call anything for any of this. We were just having fun at some point. And poor Alexander Lee's on the calling this match, dude, and you can hear him just dying.
You have to watch this match with the commentary. It's just been 6 drinks in deep, 20 minutes of just pure comedy.
And then Doc. So Randy starts the call with him, and all of a sudden Doc Ozone takes over.
Doc Ozone just comes out of nowhere.
It was so bad. Randy's like,
Doc
I can't
Ozone.
do this. I can't do this.
Oh my God! If there's one gift, basketball hoop, if there's one gift that professional wrestling has given me in this life more than anything, is Doc motherfucking Ozone.
Yeah. So Levi ended up jumping off the basketball hoop. I got thrown into a stack of tables and had chairs fall on me.
I pounced Lee Miller into a stack of chairs.
Yeah. So we didn't break anything per se, but I think they were grumpy with us.
Well, it's they claimed that we broke their chairs, which we didn't even use.
It was
any of
our
their
chairs.
They were our chairs, and then the basketball hoop, and then there was something else too.
Yeah.
That I don't think they just wanted us back there. I think that's what it was. And then
oh god,
was it Primer who ran another show in Fairfield?
Yeah, and PW.
And yeah, and we got banned from there because apparently the door wasn't locked, and somebody got in and fucking
I'm sorry.
shit all over the bathroom.
Yeah.
All right, on that bombshell, I am so sorry, and JP is going to be the only one who gets this, but I'm sorry, Dylan and Big Cat. With how y'all are dressed in this match, I thought I was watching a Knuckle Busters match for a second.
This is street fight, man. I wasn't gonna wear my gear.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm just saying.
I had cats on my fucking shirt. Meow.
God, no, dude, you're wearing the Lovecraft shirt. No, you are wearing cats.
I'm
Dude,
wearing
those
cats.
Goddamn 3W belts. I put so much work into them. Do we really have to watch this again?
Just little highlights.
Well,
That's great.
This match is terrible.
I mean,
it's great for spots. This match was overall fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Primer picked up the chair. And I was like,
that was the receipt for when I threw the. No, I did. I just
later.
threw the chair at you yet.
He busted my elbow up later on. Like, oh yeah, it was bad.
I dislocate my thumb fucking later in the match.
Backs are flying, and everybody is wearing jeans. I don't know what is going on. Put your butt into it.
Everyone is wearing jeans, and I don't know what's going on.
Yep,
Mine
that's
are
been
yoga pants jeans, which is even better.
There was just a sidewalk slam on the floor.
That's where Levi got crippled.
Yeah, he almost got paralyzed there.
Sidewalk slam on the floor.
His life almost died. He was killed and brought back to life.
Must have hit some of those chairs, but he's down.
I can't think of anything else to progress with you.
Kendo sticks on the outside.
My favorite thing I did in this whole match is there's a plastic hand. There's a plastic Halloween hand. And I grabbed Primer by the face of it and put my hand on top of it. And you hear Ben go, "The claw with the claw!" It was just fucking stupid.
Dude, that stop sign that you fucking hit me with, you and Primer, had no give, and that fucking hurt.
Knee first. Ouch.
I would have just donated it.
With that freaking kendo stick. Deer in the building.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't know what that was, but it was loud. Children are.
I think this is where Big Cat actually flipped my elbow.
Taking a seat down, and that might be
Close
a
to
good
it.
idea.
This just makes me really glad the only beatings I take these days are from a 4-year-old.
Oh, Big Cat just kicked him in the next week, and down goes match is just utter up.
Good times.
Worst place to be hit.
You're just trying to find where I throw the fucking chair at you? Is that what you're trying to find?
I must have been right there. This right here, all of this here is pure absolute
That was like a fucking donk. This match is so bad.
Oh, the anal kick of doom.
A move he's been doing for 20 years. And he stole from Tim Kilgore. And is he gonna get him?
This fucking hurt too.
He stole from Tim Kilgore.
Oh, this is where I start untying fucking Greenleaf's shoes.
This scene is literally the definition of how terrible this match
And Mike
was.
Poulin still
This match
hasn't
is
thrown
so
anybody
bad.
out of the building.
Oh my god.
He says, screw it.
So we tried to get Lawless to swing at us at least 3 times in this match, and he would never swing at us.
Dylan Nix is just going Kobayashi on the back of JP O'Reilly's neck.
Oh, this
He's
is
working
not
on the guys.
It was
I forgot about
That's not a nautical nightmare. That's the hash slinging slasher.
Big Cat. Laying out the law. Laying out the law.
Levi, if you do it, I think.
I wanted to double stomp you right there.
You
by the
can
way.
see it didn't do anything. That was the worst camera angle.
I don't know what that was going to go. But it was
on.
Nix just has a hand.
I agree with Lee here.
Some skeleton hand.
This hit is so fucking bad. Why didn't I hit fucking...
What the hell is happening here, Carver? What is happening?
Okay, can you stop this match? Seriously, I don't want to fucking watch this match anymore. I'm tired of seeing this fucking god awful goddamn match.
Oh, it's not even the worst one I've ever had. Actually, okay, so we do have a couple like actual wrestling questions to ask. So, favorite title belt?
Ooh, that's you know what? I'm wow. You know what? Excuse me. I'm an idiot. I'm ashamed that I had to think about this.
Uh-oh. He breaks. Shit just breaking.
Shut your damn mouth.
Shit just breaking.
I didn't break nothing. Shut up.
Zach is up Firestar's all right.
He said he didn't break anything and he could fucking hear us.
Crying out loud. Why did I even have to think about this?
Oh, I got that one actually in the back room.
What's that?
I got the same belt in the back room.
Yeah.
You don't have your headset on. You probably can't hear me. So.
No, I couldn't.
Yeah. I said I've got the same one in the back room. I also have the FTW.
Yeah.
I love it that you didn't know he couldn't hear you, and he was like,
"Yeah, I'm an idiot. Shut up."
But yeah, like I don't know, because I remember one of the very first pay-per-view DVDs I actually owned was 06 One Night Stand.
Ooh.
And I remember watching the extra promo from the very first televised ECW where Paul handed that title to Rob Van Dam, and Rob Van Dam in his infinite wisdom said, "Hey, you know what, Paul, this is really cool, but you know what, I think I'm going to keep this one too. You know why? Spins.
This one spins." So okay, speaking of that belt, who is your favorite holder of that belt?
Does it specifically need to be that fun? But
well, I just not the WWE,
but the
version, we'll
okay, so
ECW one.
My favorite there are so many great options.
They will be judging.
I also did have the privilege of working with a former ECW champion, so I may be a little bit biased towards Shane Douglas a little bit, but I'm
sorry. Stop the presses for 5 seconds and rewind the whole story. You get to work Shane Douglas.
Yeah, I wrestled a one-on-one with Shane Douglas.
Yeah,
please elaborate.
Yeah. So it was right after I'd actually won the Maine state title. After they had kept me on that chase for 9 goddamn months. Like JP will confirm with you, literally every time they told me that I was winning the fucking belt, they told me I wasn't winning the fucking belt, and then
I was supposed to win the IWE belt, and then I broke my tailbone in Ultimate Survival.
It was right after I won the Maine state title, and they had brought in Shane Douglas as it was when I won it for the second time. Because this was right when everything was going downhill. So for context, Amber had just won the IWE championship, and in the same night I won the Maine state title for the second time. So they bring in Shane Douglas for the next 2 shows, and the Fairfield show is me and Shane Douglas, and then the Brewer show is going to be Amber and Shane.
All right.
Now, which I get to Fairfield, I am losing my mind because like I've watched Shane Douglas plenty.
Yeah, it's freaking Shane Douglas. Yeah.
Do you know how confused I was? The fact that I stood eye to eye with this man.
Yeah, Shane's not super tall. He's what, 6'1"?
But like, okay, let's think for a second. First time I had actually seen Shane Douglas was like on a VHS tape from 1999.
Yeah.
So looks pretty big on TV.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, he's super nice guy, super cool. He's sitting there. He's like, "Oh yeah, we'll just keep it simple. We'll have some fun." But I wanted to let you know they also showed me your promo. Good stuff. Really enjoyed it. That's not the funny part of the story. And we have our match. He goes over on me, whatever.
Of course,
he does a little promo. I give him one back. I say, you know what? Let's have a little bit more fun. I got an ECW chant going at the very end, and he gets back in the ring, and he goes, you know what? You just reminded me of something else. You started an ECW chant, and then he goes ahead and gives the introductions for the other 2 members of the Triple Threat, Chris Candido and Bam Bam Bigelow. And he holds up the 3, and it was just such a cool moment to be a part of, because like he's actually standing there just giving like an actual introduction of like how they would be announced coming down to the ring, and I'm just like, this is neat to be a part of.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that's not the funniest part of the night. The funniest part of the night is the conversation that I was sitting next to Shane Douglas while he had a very, 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 very stupid question asked to him. So I'm just going to to protect the names of the dumb. We're gonna refer to the.
No.
We're gonna
We don't do that here.
We're just gonna refer to this person as Tic Tac, because everybody gets to know immediately who I'm talking about. If there's one person that Shane Douglas really despises in the wrestling business, and he's been very vocal about that, who is that person? Just
Ric Flair.
Okay, Ric Flair. Let's think a little bit
Shawn
higher
Michaels.
a little bit more in the billionaire
Vince McMahon?
range. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm working my way up the ladder. I'll get there.
I literally, in this moment, my brain paused, and I just heard that audio clip of "Y'all want to see a dead body," because this guy looked Shane Douglas dead in his eyes. No, this guy looked Shane Douglas dead in his eyes. And by the way, I couldn't see who had said that, but I'm gonna smack you the next time I see you. But this guy looked him dead in his eyes, and he goes, "Hey, I got a question about ECW." I remember reading an article about how everything about Paul being in control was just optics, and that it was actually Vince funding everything at the time. The look that Shane Douglas gave me can only be described of, is he fucking serious right now?
It's actually that moment.
That's a huge rumor, though.
It's a Family Guy moment. Actually, Vince was funneling money to ECW for a little bit.
But money to Paul, not to ECW.
Paul. Yeah. But no, all I can think of is the episode of Stu where Stewie's like, "Are you serious?" and does the whole head tilt.
I hate
You
that
see
we
Shane
have these
Douglas
cool
like
matches I want to fucking look up and I can't find them.
So, by the way, Shane Douglas is one of my favorites. Also, I will admit that.
Get Shane on the podcast,
dude. I'm not joking. Do you know how much I've been poking at Primer and Neil to get Shane Douglas up here? I told Primer, I don't care if it's a 30-second match and I take the franchiser and I get pinned. I will take that match.
Hey.
I'm not even joking. Hit me with the franchiser. 1, 2, 3. I work with Shane Douglas.
Some of the rumors of like what was booked for MPW, like for like tag team.
Dude, like, I'll be honest.
Like no fucking way you're gonna get those.
I'll be honest. I've talked to a couple people about stuff, and yes, there's been things that have been very close. So one of the things I'm going to pull back.
Our match was very close. I'm still pissed about it.
One of our matches, we were supposed to have the Rock and Roll Express help us out. That was Ricky Morton and Kerry Morton. What had happened was when the date come up, I guess Ricky was ready for it. Kerry was ready to come up for it. What had happened was NWA booked them for the exact same night. And you kind of have to go with the nationwide company.
Yeah, I was gonna say
still
so sad about that.
I don't think anybody can judge them for that decision.
No. I wasn't even I heard that and I was kind of like, yeah, no, that's legit. I've done the same thing.
That's what happened with Randy Carter with what's his face? I can't remember. That was supposed to come up for AEW, and he's like, I'm going to the show in the UK. And he's like, Randy's like, yeah. Wembley, yeah, go for it. I'm not gonna fucking be pissed about it.
A good one was, what was it? There was actually one of the funniest things speaking of this. Sorry, Zach, I didn't want to waylay you here on the stories, just because it made me think of it. We had back when Vacation Land was running, the owners came up to me more than once and they're like, "Oh yeah, so we're gonna kind of get this person, this person, this person, and yeah, I've been talking to the Young Bucks and they're gonna come in." And I went, blink, what? They're like, "Yeah, the Young Bucks." I was like, "You mean the executive vice presidents of the second biggest wrestling company in the world are gonna come here to Maine to Brewer and wrestle for $40-$50 in front of 150 people? I don't think so."
Yeah, and I make $100K a year on my OnlyFans. Like, what the hell kind of lies are you telling?
Exactly.
I don't know I don't know if I should say this, but wasn't there fucking the Dudleys mentioned at one point?
Yeah, Devon can't wrestle
MPW.
anymore.
Yeah.
At the time, he could, but
And the Hardys.
empty promises. Yeah.
Hardy's technically could happen. The only reason I say that technically could happen is because they're wrestling for TNA right now, and TNA does have open contracts where you can go work independent dates. So if they want to shell out the money and get the Hardys up here, that's on them.
I'll wrestle the Hardys. Get my ass kicked. I'll take a fucking swanton shit. I don't give shit.
I can start judging
Fate.
swantons. Who's the hardest swanton I've ever taken? Malik's, Amber's, or Jeff Hardy's?
I bet you Jesse Nolan will tell you Amber's.
Listen,
What's that fucking
listen.
Jesus.
There is nothing there for me. You want to talk about something that fucking hurt? Let's talk about an Amber Swanton when she was angry.
Yeah, I think this is what happened to Jess too.
I will never ever forget watching.
I think I've ever taken an Amber Swanton.
I remember there was a time.
Amber.
I remember there was a time when we were all practicing, and Amber had the crash pad down in the corner, and the distance was just off enough, and the look I saw on Amber's face, I never want to see again.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It was probably like that match I screwed up on and I started getting the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah, when you get chopped the fuck out of.
Yep. Let's not go into there. Actually, speaking of the hard moves, what is the worst bump you've ever taken and what's the worst bump you've ever seen?
Worst I've ever taken.
I think I know.
Oh, please enlighten me. I would love to hear your guess.
Oh boy.
It had. I feel like it's one of our tag matches. I feel, or maybe it was you and maybe Ricker. I'm not.
I don't remember any bad ones with.
No.
No, I think you saw one of them. That suplex that I took where I got where I have no memory of rolling out of the ring. Which, by the way, literally very next night, you guys were just talking about Vacation Land. Yeah, I had the owner of Vacation Land launched into me. Yeah, we both collided.
Oof.
Head skull to skull. So that sucked.
Speaking of that, I might be doing a show on March 8th.
Are you gonna do that one?
I might.
You're ruining your career.
What?
You're ruining your career. Stop doing garbage things for garbage people.
It's not the worst thing we've ever done.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Hang on, it may beat that.
As for the worst I've ever seen, see, there's a
any
lot.
JT match.
No. I'm going to say this, and I feel so horrible because I cannot remember her name, but it was in Orono, and it was one of the Let's Wrestle Scramble matches.
I already know where you're going with this. That was Serena, and that was the Poison Rana.
Yeah, the Poison Rana.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, oh God. Yeah. That was one of the worst things I'd ever seen, and I was so glad she ended up being okay. But I know she.
I remember I was there for that too. I was either in the crowd or running music. I can't remember what I was doing.
My wife
I remember
went up to Randy and was like, "Do you need me to take her to the hospital?"
Yeah.
So I was like,
all I remember is it was TJ and someone else in the ring, and they called the end on the fly so they could finish it up because she rolled out, and Obro and I think Murdoch were both there, and they rolled over and were like, "Are you good?" So
we talk about this too all the time, but we've never fucking shown it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Your discretion advised on this one.
Yeah, this is gross.
This is gross.
So I am glad she's okay. Shout out. She's actually I think she's a dental hygienist now, actually. Yeah. And yep. The body don't fold that way.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the slow-mo way.
I don't know if it was I think it was just mistimed.
Just mistimed.
Because I think TJ just did not kick off, honestly. And no hit on TJ, man. That guy is a great worker, great guy. Cool. And it was just a missed time.
Yeah. No, I don't really think that, like, and here's the thing, like at the end of the day, what we're doing is live performance. You know, we can't sit there and meticulously go over everything over and over again.
Yeah.
There's always going to be risk, and nobody can sit here and really fault anybody at the end of the day.
So like she was up and
I
moving
gotta
around.
say too. I gotta say, Dad is whenever somebody's hurt, Dad
Oh,
is
yeah.
always
Yeah.
the first
Mhm.
one
Yeah.
right there through the curtain. Like
He'll make
making
sure
you're
everyone's
fucking
good.
okay.
He like let me say this about Ben, and I say this in the nicest way possible. He is the most deceptive person you will ever meet because he's one of those people who like truly makes you believe that he hates all of fucking humanity. But the second that he knows that he actually cares about you, he will freaking go to war.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, yeah.
just a very good person. Such an amazing guy.
Some promoter was trying to fuck with his students, and he let them know.
I've
It's
heard
like I
plenty of
will
stories.
drive to your house and beat the shit out of you in your front yard.
Yeah.
He's like type shit, like
Why I love my bed.
The things that I have heard come out of Ben's mouth, to this day, my favorite will still be, "I will come over there and piss on your rhubarb."
That's what I love about Ben too. It makes no sense. Like you
Do you
kind of
guys
get
know
it's
the
an
Tolkien
insult.
theory?
hold on. I don't. Not everybody here was this, but this is one of my favorite Ben moments.
Oh God!
Oh god.
Out in the wild. Well, this is not. Oh shit! This is not it. This is not the right one. Shit!
I am gonna have to find.
Hold on.
I'm gonna have to find the Ben video that I have from that first same trip we were talking about earlier, from when he had decided that I was gonna do the rest of his takeout order, the Stewie Griffin voice. Ben apparently is super against the idea of lifted trucks because the rant that he went on, oh my God. He literally screamed as I'm recording, just so I can show this lifted truck. He's screaming as loud as he can. Look at this shit. He's going slow. He's got a jacked up truck for his fucking tiny dick. And then as soon as I turn the camera back around and I say, "What have I gotten myself into?" Ben finishes the video with, "I hope you don't send that to your pastor."
Oh man.
Where the fuck is it? Is it this one?
I have a
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
there's
you
a Snapchat I have.
God
years ago.
Damn it. I need to hook this thing
Fuck
together
is
right.
it?
I think it's-
There it is. I found it. Okay.
I think it's
All right. Oh dear.
Well,
What?
speaking of finding stuff, Nix, can you find that fucking
No.
promo for
Oh yeah, give me a sec. I actually know where it is, so give me a sec.
So the bowling alley where it's, I think it's Primer's like just best man hanging out type thing before his wedding, if I remember correctly. And we're just shooting the shit, and Ben and fucking Primer show up. We're just having a blast, fucking throwing those balls, dude. How many times we throw those balls and donkeys would jump the opposite lane and just hit the other balls that's going down, and they fucking shoot halfway across the thing. I thought we were gonna get kicked out at one point.
Oh my
It was
God.
so fucking funny.
And this is making me really, really glad that I've actually not actively made plans to go axe throwing with that man. Because I love axe throwing. If I went with Ben, that might end up in a felony.
There's
So-
one in Bangor apparently that you can do that.
Yeah.
I can't pull this up on here, so I have to play it from my phone. But this was August 2019 at the Skowhegan State Fair. This is Ben introducing Matt Mahoney from behind the curtain.
Accompanied to the ring by Russian Robbie, wearing the entire color orange, the runner-up of the 2013 Pie Rating Contest of Litchfield, Mr.
Matt Mahoney.
Matt Mahoney.
He literally looked at me and he
God.
forgot what your name was.
I'm so yeah. Thanks, Ben. You fucker. Oh, and by the
What's
way,
even better is when he actually completely forgets your name and just calls you your shoe name.
he then made it worse by calling my opponent Dexter's most popular male stripper of 2019.
Jesus
And considering who my opponent was for that match, I just want to dry heave thinking about it.
I'm tired
Okay,
of
who was it?
What was that?
send it, but
I'm just gonna put it like this.
So he has a fucking one of those granny things for fucking bowling.
Jesus Christ.
He put it in center. And it still went in fucking.
Oh my God, Ben.
I love hanging out with Dad. That's fucking awesome.
I remember the last time that I had actually gotten him to really chuckle. Which, by the way, everybody here knows about Ben's trademark laugh, right? Like everybody knows the one where he really gets going because Ethan's no, not that one. This is everybody thinks that I'm talking about that one. Ethan Scott learned the hard way. That's not the one I'm referring to, because when Ben really thinks something's funny, he does not ha ha ha. No, when Ben thinks something's funny, you'll hear this fucking noise.
Yeah.
Yes, that is
Okay. Let's see if I can
the one you know.
Yeah. Oh my God. I the last time that I'd gotten him, so a couple friends and I, we had gone to a concert in Bangor. We had gone to see Judas Priest. Me, I'm that asshole who went for the opener. But
You went for Sabaton.
yes.
Yeah, so did I, but someone was late and we missed freaking Kingdom of Heaven.
Was that me?
Yes, that was you.
I was late.
You were late.
Wow.
We missed the first 2 songs.
Wow.
Oh,
You whore. How dare you? So anyway, right before Judas Priest is about to wrap up, me and Ethan Scott was like, yeah, why don't we go over to the bar that Ben works at real quick, say hi. Because I was crashing with Ethan that night, driving home in the morning. And I went over, we went over to the bar, and Ben wasn't expecting to see me, but he comes up, he gives me a big hug, and he goes, oh, so what did you think of the concert? I was like, well, I mean, Sabaton was great, and Judas Priest was great, but I feel like they really cranked up the volume when Judas Priest came out.
Yeah, you couldn't understand Halford at all.
He was like, really? Was it that bad? I said, dude, it was like they turned the volume not up to 10, not up to 11, but fuck your ears in the head they wrote in on.
Yeah.
yeah.
The only song I remember from the entire Priest set, another thing coming, I was, because I recognized it, and one of their new songs is called, newer songs called Crown of Horns, and that's the first time I've ever heard it, and I was like, I fell in love with that song. So
Yeah.
hold on, I found that promo, by the way.
Yes,
I
my favorite promo. My favorite promo. It's this one, and then the one with King Eric and him.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, full screen this bitch.
Purple.
Oh my.
Nice, pretty. What you got going on? You got the donkey too. Hi, kids.
Hello.
So, Lee, we got to talk about this, man.
What? Yeah.
This is really cool, man. We're all here at NCW. We all come down from Maine. Come down to Maine as a group.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as a group. It's a group, right?
Yeah.
Almost like a posse? Hey, wait. Does that mean we get to be the main? Don't you? Yes.
Sorry, Dad. I love Jess at the end. Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, Dad. A little bit behind the curtain for that too. I wasn't supposed to say the posse part. Spencer was. He completely forgot. So I was like, "Oh shit! What? Like a posse?"
I can't get over the arms. She's fucking.
The worst part is pants
That's
up
just
like
like
you're like
gross.
Oracle. And fucking...
We did that one. That was one take, by the way. One take, and I'm sitting there trying not to burst out laughing because I'm like, I knew the minute I saw Ben grab his shorts, I'm like, oh god, those going up on his nipples.
He's another one of those guys. He's another one of those guys too. Like I've honestly said, like you guys asked her, it was like if there was ever a chance for one more run on me, if I was ever going to have that one more run, he's who I'd want to end it with, and I've told him that.
Yeah.
Just because like Ben and I have had so much fucking fun when we wrestled together. Y'all want to know one of the weirdest spots not one of the weirdest, but one of the craziest spots I ever did with Ben. So fatal 4-way match.
Yawning.
It's me, Ben, Calvin Strange, and Amber. Larry's doing a benefit show. I'm the only heel going over that night.
Oh Jesus!
Literally the only heel. They decide that we're going to do a Tower of Doom spot. Amber is on the top rope getting ready. I stop, go for the big freaking.
You're the base. I'm
the
assuming.
big fall away. Yeah, fall away. Calvin under one leg, Ben under the other. There is one photo where Ben looks like he is in so much pain trying to lift me up. And I will never be able to find the meme again, but I made a joke about it. I said, oh Jesus, who thought it was a good idea to lift this fat motherfucker?
The only Tower of Doom spot I ever did was with Ace, and I'll never do it over again.
I have that picture. I'm not gonna
See,
lie.
my thing is, I'll take a Tower of Doom spot as long as I'm on top. I'll be the guy taking like the suplex or the power bomb because I can take my own bump at that point. I don't want to be in the middle because that's just death.
Oh, also, Zach, you're the only one that will get this reference.
Oh God.
But I have a little friend with me here.
What's this? There's magic in the air.
So
a little shout out to you.
So like there's multiple promotions that you could always come back. MPW run by Neil and Primer. Got MEW there in the chat. Bell
like,
to bell.
Here's the other thing, and this is 100% like one of the biggest reasons why I don't immediately just dive in and say I want to go for it, because the thing is, I know number one, wasn't always the most consistent when it came to a lot of things, when it came to like actually taking care of myself physically and make sure that my health was okay, and also like making sure that my conditioning was still good. Didn't always like when I really look at it, didn't always treat everything with the most utmost respect, and that is one thing that I would definitely want to change. The other thing is like, I mean, I know that if I want it bad enough, I'd make it work. The closest ring to me is an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
And I, got a 4-year-old. So
yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, so it's just like my priorities are in a different place. If it were to happen somewhere down the road and we're able to work out somehow, it would be great. But at the same time, I am gonna hold on to the memories that I do have, because I had a hell of a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I give JP so much shit, but oh my God, the amount of times that we were just sitting there
Point the other way.
being complete. Well, for me, he's over here, so I'm pointing the way that I'm pointing. And you know what? It's going to be even funnier. It's going to be even funnier, because then viewers are going to be like, "Why the hell are they switching? He's still not pointing at the right guy."
Exactly. Yeah, it's
all right. At least I don't wait. At least I don't wave to the.
Wave goodbye to the audio listeners.
Fuck you. I was so tired. I'm still doing the same work that I was doing. So,
but no, like I look back at all the memories that I made and all the laughs that I had. Like, Jesus Christ, another good one for you, real quick. We were talking about the mutts earlier. We were talking about the mutts earlier. I'll give you a great one about the mutts. We're doing King of New England. Griff was supposed to be the surprise entrant for the night, because they had just split as a team. And the entire bit was Griff was coming out, eliminating Randy, and then he was going to do a taker dive and eliminate himself. I'm standing in the back.
Wait, didn't this actually happen?
Yes.
I know what this is.
Yes.
Telling the story.
I'm telling the story about what happened.
Shut the fuck up and let him tell the story.
God damn.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I know you turned on me, but that was years ago. Like, y'all invited me. Okay.
Yeah, he's a guest on this podcast. You won't shut the fuck up for 15 fucking seconds for him to talk. Holy shit. Originally as a producer, you were supposed to be on Discord shutting the fuck up and controlling the show in the back. And I was being nice because everybody decided not to show up on the show.
How you really feel.
There we go.
Oh, wow. This is the episode where it's all imploded. And this just goes ahead and confirms the theory that Zach ruins everything.
Walking into fire to start.
Don't start, JP. I'll start ruining Disney movies for you. And I mean really ruining them.
Try me. Oh, Hannah just said, "Don't you dare."
JP, that's a very dangerous thing to say, and you're probably going to get a message from me after this now.
And I'm gonna reiterate the message back.
So anyway, Griff, Randy, and I were in the back. We're all talking. They've already got their spot planned. We're all figuring out. And me and Randy start having a conversation, and Griff just reaches for something. It's the most random thing he can find. You know what he finds? Those stupid little push broom things that like are supposed that have like the adhesive on them, and they pick up all that all the crap off the carpets or whatever. He picks up one of those and he just starts pushing it around. And by the way, back of Cityside is still disgusting. That floor is not ever going to be clean. He's just pushing.
Now they did a lot of work there.
No. I'm sorry, not the like actual room that we would perform in. The actual back changing area.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. They've done a lot of work back there.
So anyway, he just starts pushing it around, and Randy just looks at him and goes, "What in the hell are you doing?" Griff, without missing a beat, just looks at him and goes, "What does it look like? I'm cleaning." I can't help myself. The first thing I say, the first thing that comes to my head is, "Oh my God, Griff, you look like a discount Kenny Omega." Randy immediately responds with, he starts cracking up into laughter and immediately responds with, "Oh my God, he's the Swiffer."
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The Swiffer kid.
Oh my gosh. Fucking I've seen Randy Carver pissed. Fucking on the road. I'm not gonna explain what happened, but there was a rib that happened, and oh my God, it was bad.
Which one were we talking about?
When the Limitless Championship disappeared.
Oh my God. Oh.
I'm not gonna give. I'm not gonna give out names.
Someone took the title belt, moved it from point A to point B, and no one told Randy
as a rib.
As a rib, joke. And Randy went from 0 to 1.6 billion.
Let me explain something to you guys, to the people who are listening. You don't fuck with Randy on show days because he's already stressed as it is. He wants to make sure it's perfect.
Yeah.
So you leave Randy the fuck alone.
I avoid Randy. Like I'll be at Limitless tomorrow.
Randy. Yeah.
I'll be at Limitless tomorrow, and I'll be like, "Randy, what do you need? Cool. If you need me, I'll be over there."
Yeah. I was like, "What do you need me to do?" Like over there. Like,
I've known Randy 6 years.
And it's like, so as a rib, somebody took the belt and hit it, and oh my God, I thought he was going to cancel everything of how pissed he was.
AZ's looking for the bell when no one knows where it is. Or
everybody was
looking
for
the bell.
it.
And all of us are like, "No."
Oh my gosh, it was so bad.
That. Oof.
Yeah, that and Ace screaming at Dozer was kind of funny, but
yeah, I've never seen Randy Carver pissed. I've never really seen him pissed. Thankfully,
I've had him mad at me once, but that was a different story.
But yeah, I
he wants to.
I have yet to have him mad at me. Thankfully,
worst feeling ever.
No, actually, that's a lie. I did have him mad at me recently by accident.
Why?
I was half awake, and I showed up late to the show with the trailer. The trailer's out back, and didn't know that the trailer is basically being held on by a thread. So I'm half awake. I've been working all day and got here just out the ring. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking tired. So somebody's chatting, and I go take a plop. Well, I didn't even really plop. I just looked at the fucking oh, that's a nice place to sit. Sat on the trailer and fucking rust everything. I'm like, oh my God, shit. Like, well, I gotta tell Randy. And he was so pissed at me. I'm like, I'll pay for it. I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it's all right. It's good. But it's like, I was like, he's like, this is why I fucking told everybody don't touch. I just got here. I'm sorry I didn't hear this conversation.
This is what I gotta say about Randy though. I've seen Randy hot, and Randy does get hot occasionally on show days, especially. He'll get mega hot, but it's only for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
he'll get super but he has to just. It's kind of it's the old adage. I'll get over it, but I gotta be dramatic about it first. He's not dramatic. He's really pissed, and then usually it's 5 minutes later. He's cool. He cools right down. And he's like, "All right, let's do it." You know.
But at the same time, I don't think you're gonna find. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna find many more people as passionate as Randy Carver.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, it's insane.
Well, right. Do we have any more questions or anything else we want to talk to Zach about?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So I mean,
just I hope some people are throwing in the chat. They'd love to see a Big Moxley versus JP.
J Pizzle.
Yeah. We only had surprisingly enough after he had turned heel on me, we only had one singles match against each other.
Yeah, it was a really good match too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun, and I will never forget. I will never forget how as soon as we locked up in that match, you and I started laughing about the promo that we had cut on each other. Because you and I, you were really going it. You had tried to go all in on it, and right at first you would he was just talking all this. He was talking all this shit about how rightful main state champion should be him. Blah 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 blah. And I finally came out and I looked back. I was like, if you really believe that, I will gladly give you your opportunity. But I can't help but think about one thing that you said just a couple months ago, JP. Remember what you said when you looked right into the camera as you held up your newly won IWE Tag Team Championship with Ricky Williams? You remember what you said? You looked right at the camera and you said, Matt Mahoney, look what I was able to do without you. Well, look what I was able to do without you, bitch. And the moment that we locked up, the immediate laughter we both burst into, and we're trying so hard not to freaking.
Dude, I hate that too when you work with someone enough, or you're just really good friends with someone, you lock up and you just kind of look at each other and go, and you realize we all love wrestling, but wrestling's ridiculous. We get it's ridiculous, and sometimes it just
like the moment that you really realize how ridiculous it is. Yeah, I will never forget the day that I completely broke somebody. Somebody had only shown up for like a couple of training sessions, but they were like, "Oh, I want to take this serious, man." I'm like, "You can't take it that serious." At the end of the day, you got to have some fun with it, because at the end of the day, we're all a bunch of dudes wrestling over a belt, and none of us wear pants.
Exactly. I wear shorts technically. So.
You guys like my new gear?
Oh yeah, he's got the Eric Johnson.
I did. I got the Jiving Jimmy. I bought it. I did.
He bought the purple and green Jiving Jimmy set. That means I gotta actually make a purple and green set of fucking gear now. God damn it, Cat.
I'm sorry.
Smack you.
Oh man.
Just wear your purple set. You got purple and silver. It's fine.
No, I don't want to wear pants again.
That could be a whole segment right there. How many strange ways have you seen it, or how many strange reasons is a tag team broken up?
Yeah, actually, so I'll be honest, Kat, the only reason I won't wear the purple set again is because that's the Seawolf set, and that's retired from competition unless it's with Levi again.
The fuck? I want to wear that next show.
You wear it. I'll figure something out.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'll figure something out.
I only have one request before this podcast is over.
Oh God!
One request.
Hardcore nudity.
I need.
I was kidding. Bye.
Listen. This show has not been rated by the ESRB. It is definitely rated M for mature because of strong suggestive language.
Yeah, I was just waiting for our viewership. We have like a few viewers up in the corner. I was waiting for that to go to 0 real quick.
I was like, oh
no. It goes from like 10 to 0. Well, Andy just broke the show.
I have one impersonation request.
Oh God.
I would love to hear Stewie Griffin do Steiner math. Just lock it in.
The fact that he has this memorized actually makes me
I don't.
happy. No.
Oh, it's okay if you don't.
He has to look it up.
I do have to look it up.
The numbers.
So talk amongst yourselves. Like your subject, the peanut is neither a pea nor a nut.
No.
Was that your Stewie impression?
No, that's it was a Mike Myers character on Saturday Night Live. It's a Jewish lady, and I just cannot do the accent correctly.
Leave the voices to the professionals.
All right.
I'm an amateur. I know I am. I just have fun with it.
I cannot believe I'm about to do this.
Someone record this. Oh, Cat's recording.
Yes, saying like, yeah, it's not live or anything.
This is a clip. This is gonna become a clip.
This is what I was brought here to do. I knew it was gonna happen eventually. I really did. But here we go. I can't even. I'm gonna actually minimize my screen because I can't look at you guys while I do this. I just can't. They say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Samoa Joe and you can see that statement is not true. You see, normally if you go one-on-one with another wrestler, you've got a 50-50 chance of winning. But me, I'm a genetic freak and I'm not normal. See, so you've got a 25% chance at best at beat me. Then you add Kurt Angle to the mix, your chances of winning drastic go down. See, the three-way sacrifice, you got a 33 and a third % chance of winning, but I got a 66 and 2/3 chance of winning because Kurt Angle knows he can't beat me and he's not even going to try. So Samoa Joe, you take your 33 and a third chance minus my 25% chance, and you've got an 8 and 1/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. But then you take my 75% chance of winning. If we was to go one-on-one, damn it, my fucking phone's locked up. And then add my 66 and 2/3%. I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning at sacrifice. See, Joe, the numbers don't lie and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
My poor girlfriend's sitting on the couch next to me right now, and I just start cracking up, and she looks at me, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not."
Oh, that's perfect. That's a perfect way to
I'm
end this.
so glad that I picked that. I was like, man, what can we do with Steiner Math promo?
Oh shit!
And how fitting, the other impression, the other impression I was doing Gandalf earlier. The perfect line comes to mind. I wish this podcast had never come to me. So do I. And so do all who live to see such times, but that is not for them to decide.
Oh shit! Oh
my
fuck!
See,
cheeks.
Hey,
Lord.
listen. If there was one thing you could always say I was good for, JP, it was I was always good at making you laugh.
I was gonna say there
My
were times that you and I literally would be sitting on the sidewalk at Cityside, literally having like mental breakdowns, and the only thing that could ever break my entire manic episode of whatever I was having would just be you just throwing a one-liner in any impression, and I would just immediately just like my depression was cured. Like that's all it took.
The one-liners have not stopped. However, I've come to find a few in my own voice. I will say, they're oh god, I had a real zinger the other night. And I think that you would really appreciate. Like the only reason why it popped into my head, it was such a Ben line, I was almost disgusted. And my statement went, and I quote: "Public parking is kind of like an orgy. It only takes one jerk off trying to get into two spots to ruin the whole night for everybody."
wow, wow. And this is how we get canceled.
Well, it was 40 episodes. Fantastic, guys.
Okay, hold on a minute. What did I say that was so wrong?
Nothing. We're just messing, man.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure y'all said worse before I got here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, me and Kat's conversation when we first opened the podcast pretty much broke that barrier. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh God, Stewie Steiner. I'm still trying to get over that.
Stewie Steiner. That was great.
Now we need Gandalf doing a rock promo. Any rock.
And now he's looking.
He's like, I'm gonna find. Could be any era of Rocky.
Any.
Oh, hey, easy there, dog.
Well, then since we're wrapping it up, I'll just make it easy. I won't use a full-on promo. I'll use one of his we'll use one of his more recent quotes. You ready for this?
Sure.
And since it's Gandalf, of course, because he can't go 2 seconds without insulting Peregrine Took. Off is the direction that you can fuck.
Jesus Christ. Holy fuck, dude. Oh.
Oh my god.
The look of absolute disappointment and regret on Big Cat's face as I said that.
Oh my god.
No, the absolute look of disappointment on Big Cat's face is when he knows that we're starting the podcast and JP and I are just going to shenanigans and Levi comes on here and there's more than,
I'm surprised Levi wasn't on tonight.
Yeah, where is that little, so-and-so?
Little fucker. I don't know.
I think he's done with us.
He might be. He hasn't been on an episode for a while.
Halfway across the country, he's like, fuck you guys.
He's like, fuck you guys, I'm a heel now. I'm Levi, Spade.
I'm
waiting for my phone to blow up and I'll be like, fuck you, Dylan.
Samuel Matthews, that's not a fucking thing. We haven't seen him for a
Nah, fuck him.
Is he still on the show?
I don't care.
Samuel who?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh shit.
Oh my.
I
really?
I think we're out of questions and stuff.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Yeah, I think
so. We'll do like
It's
we
all
normally
good.
do with a guest, and we'll say
Get
plug your
the
stuff.
fuck out of here. No,
Where are you at? Where can we find you? Do you have anything coming up? And all that fun stuff.
As for coming up, nothing immediate, nothing really going on. As for finding me, that's actually going to be getting harder because I'm currently in the process of getting rid of a lot of my social media. I don't really don't really post a lot. It just honestly, guys, I'm going to be straight up. Social media is too fucking depressing for me. It's too much. And on top of that, I'm just gonna be straightforward. There are too many people that I have on social media that I do not care about, and like the people that I do care about, if you're gonna just post a picture of your head, if I want to see your head, I will eventually see it in real life. That's the other thing.
Yeah, JP.
No, I get that. I get that. So, you're gonna be still active on like the Tik Tok?
I mean, I still.
You have quite the following.
Yeah.
Realistically,
3,000 followers. I mean, yeah,
but I got.
You have a theme. You have a content base. Like you have something that you can do that people always come back to and watch.
Yeah. So I mean that is true. That is probably the one place you guys can continue to follow me, and that's Zach Hocamp VO. That's where you can find me on most things. Yeah, because that's the shoot last name. That's the horrible shoot last name that everyone can.
We've yelled at each other. We've yelled our real names at each other in the show plenty of times.
Dylan, have you ever had your entire training class say that because of your last name you need a pimp gimmick?
Nope.
Yeah, I have.
There it is.
And it gets worse. You want to know what my middle name is? Dick.
Ooh. It's all right. I feel that. I'll tell my real name story at some point. I did that on purpose, you asshats.
Oh, thank God the mic was off because that sound would have been ungodly.
So I love when I do stuff like that on purpose. And I think I actually done it on accident when I fully set myself up for it.
See,
I don't think they're talking about you, buddy. I think they're talking about me almost deep throating.
I was talking about Big Cat.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Cat, you're not supposed to flatiate the mic.
I don't even
not the
have
way
a
we do
mic,
this.
so I mean, I guess I didn't. Since we're all
And that's why they call him Beer Can.
JP, I'm convinced that's what you do with about 7 cans of those a day. So, like, I'm convinced you don't sip those casually. You slurp them.
I gotta.
Also, Bang's gross, man. It's chemically. It's way too chemically.
Had somebody at work, my second job, tell me this today. They're like, dude, you're gonna die one day. And I'm like, God, I fucking hope so. But at the same time, I was like, what do you mean? They're like, you drink those so fast. And I go, I'm just taking sips. And he goes, nah, you taking slurps. I'm like, oh.
JP, like, I need you to understand something. You get the same look when it comes to energy drinks as I do to buffalo wings. Like, come on now. This is an intervention episode, actually. This is actually why they invited me on the show. They invited me to have a talk.
Speaking of slurping drinks down real quick, I got to tell this really funny story. So 2 skip shows ago, I worked Blade Bandit in the main event, but I hadn't eaten since like way before the show. So by the time we'd finished the main event, I was starving.
Yep.
So I basically went upstairs. I grabbed my towel. I kind of threw my towel around my neck, wipe the sweat off.
I'm still in them. I'm listening to you.
They're idiots. I'm still in full gear. I walked down to the bar and I'm like, "Can I get a cider and can I get a sandwich?" And they're like, "Sure." I drained the cider in like 3 gulps, set it down. I'm like, "I want another one of those." The girl at the bar looks at me and goes, "Okay."
Did you taste that one there, Chief?
The first one, no. The second one, I took
a dog when it saw a treat. It was
dude. I was so thirsty too. I was like, I'm like, all right, we're good. I took it almost like a shot, and she just looked at me like, okay.
I don't want to know his trouble. Jesus Christ.
But then I ate, and everything was right with the world again. And those chicken bombs at freaking Skips are okay.
Everything.
You know, listen. You know that this is now a very frustrating way to end this episode. I woke up throwing up this morning, and now y'all talking about delicious ass food. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Actually, I had pizza for dinner, so
we still might have an hour of the show too. That might not be the end of the show.
Well, it's
according to Zach. Zach's like,
Zach.
Yeah,
fuck you, Zach. Get out of here. No. You don't even fucking want to be.
You couldn't afford me.
Oof. Actually, he could just give you that cooler behind him.
$20 is $20.
Okay, first off, no, you have no idea how disturbing that is because that's what my dad says.
$20 is $20, or don't test me, boy.
Willow, what are you doing?
Jesus.
God, How did we
Yeah.
get here?
I don't know.
How do we get? How do we know?
I'm still
I don't
confused
know.
as why the hell I'm here or why you guys wanted me on here. Because I don't
Because we
think
love you. We missed you. We haven't seen you forever. So
I
we
still
figured, the real reason, I guess, not the real reason, but one of the reasons
boy.
of why we thought of you was we didn't know that you were Mason X.
So
IWE.
I was not the official Mason X. I was Mason X for one night, and I will gladly tell the story because Dylan explained that you guys watched the tag match and you couldn't figure out who it was.
Couldn't figure out
No,
who
I
it was.
did because
Right,
I
so-
watched you move, and I'm like, I even said it right on the pod. I'm like, holy fuck, that's Zach.
Yes.
And Kat
So-
looks at me, he's like, how do you know that? I'm like, his body movements.
So
I'm really good at being able to pull those out.
the entire gimmick with that was at that point the main state title had dissolved and they had combined it into the Triple Crown Championship literally right after I got it back for the second time. And you know, that whole conversation that I spoke about earlier, that happened and we moved on from that. I already knew that I wasn't going over in the Triple Crown match, but you know, whatever, didn't care. It was just very shitty to know that that was the reason. So instead, Mason and I, we were like, okay, well, they're not gonna, they said that they don't really have anything planned for us after this match. Why don't we create something? So we did this whole storyline where during the Triple Crown match, I actually broke off piece of the mask and like actually ripped it away. So I was like, I was going to be the first person who actually saw who Mason X was under it, whatever was going to, the payoff was going to keep going. But in this whole thing, we did this whole set of promos where like Mason had come to my house and smashed a picture frame over my head.
Such a good promo.
But they wanted me out. They wanted me out of the building because they didn't want any, you know, altercation to happen that was going to be beyond control. So it sets up for a tag match where Roadblock and Mason are going to be teaming up against one of the trainees at the time and a mystery partner who ended up being the dancing Mason X that somebody in this chat.
We talked about this in the last podcast.
Yeah. Had popularized, which everybody very quickly found out it was JP. Everybody very quickly found out. But I was like, you know what, we'll have fun with this. And then, you know, of course, halfway through the match, I ripped the mask off, and then, you know, there's the big reveal that it was me. Yeah, that whole match was weird. I don't remember anything else of the finish. Oh God.
I found it.
Can we just skip to the part where he's beating the shit out of everybody, please? Because I just want to see. I just want to see him crack the. Yeah, just let him
have to beat somebody.
Oh wait, it's the door opening that gets it.
Yeah, fucking Jason Maverick.
Oh, crap.
So good.
I wish it would have been like, oh fuck. And then he walks the frame like, oh fuck.
And by the way, he was stiffing the fuck out of me the entire time we were doing this.
That's just how he works. Fuck.
I love how Lee just stood there and watched you get your ass kicked and was like, okay, I'll get in this.
Yeah, actually had his finger in my eye.
Yeah,
Couldn't really communicate it because the camera was right there.
He's a stiff.
Yeah. Like, dude,
Love him to death. Love him to death.
I
Really
need
do.
my eyes.
Yeah, here we go. Oh,
Was she a gusher?
no, that was the annoying thing. I didn't fucking bleed. So what did he do? He actually picked up a piece of the broken glass and he made me.
Oh, I don't remember that. Shit.
You'll see it. You'll see it.
I thought it was already done.
No.
JP's over here like, oh, gig, you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First time I'd ever been cut open.
Yeah, it's just an every other month basis for me.
Just like that, what's that fucking wrestler that freaking gigged the fucking referee?
Oh, that wasn't that. Crap.
I can't remember.
Yep.
I can't think of the dude's name either.
I'm pretty sure he's in jail right now for murder.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So,
Fitting.
That's a bombshell.
Like I thought Nix was pulling something up. Apparently, he was watching YouTube on his fucking phone.
Yeah. Cool. He just go figure. Nick just wants to see me get hurt.
Yeah.
And then he loses interest.
Oh, I can pull up so many other things. If I want to watch you get hurt, we'll just watch anything that we.
No, if you want, JP, let's be honest. If you want to watch the funniest thing involving me ever, you'll just watch the clip of me in training when the rope broke under me.
Oh, the rope broke on you? Holy shit!
Is there even footage of that?
I guarantee you, Jossie still has that footage from his GoPro somewhere.
We took a GoPro in Cityside and we bird's eye angled it for like a training session, and you watch the horror on his face as the rope breaks and he just is coming up like this, and he's just like.
So, and this is literally the fucking second after we had just gotten the ropes back from being fixed. And I would like to point out the guy who fixed them came back and did them again and had decided to let me know, oh, you know, this is why I fix shit right on my rings. I'm like, oh, so I could have totally been in some real trouble here and you would have been totally okay with it because it wasn't your ring. Cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Oh shit. Well, I know we did your plugs there, Zach. But, look,
it's all good.
We'll get you going. It's 11 o'clock. We don't want to keep you up for fucking more than this shit.
Sorry, no, I'm doing 45 things at once over here.
Yeah, no, I know. You're just fucking zoned out of the podcast. We're not.
No, I'm here. I'm just.
No, it's all good. I had fun talking with you guys. It's good to see you all. It's good to hear from you. I miss the hell out of all of you.
Yeah, we miss you too.
Please pass on my love to everybody.
Yeah, definitely, man. Come check us out occasionally too. You know, come hang out.
Hey,
yeah.
Geno's. Yes, come to Geno's, man.
Close to Geno's.
March 9th?
I think it's March 9th.
9th or 8th?
What? It should be the 8th because
I think it's
whatever Friday is. Yeah.
Dude,
I make no promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Ben will be there.
Okay.
JP and myself will both be there. We're both booked there, so it'll be fun.
Me and Ben are taking.
Cat might come.
It's gonna be great.
No, if you're saying it's March 8th, that's the same day of Phoenix. So no.
Oh no, it's not March 8th.
I was going to say, which doesn't make any sense because Larry's in charge of the booking.
March 7th.
It must be.
No. Huh? What? Geno's. Hold on. I have my wonderful, beautiful girlfriend actually knows all the dates.
As the calendar.
March. March 7th.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go. We got to figure it out.
Yeah,
basically, we just got to break March 7th so they can't use March 8th.
Jesus.
I just got back to him today about it, so maybe I'm not even booked at all. So we'll find out because I completely forgot about it.
Oh, Geno's. My favorite wrestling venue that Alexander Lee cannot remember that he super kicked me in.
Yeah, really good.
Literally every time I bring
anything in that fucking like
the last time I never drove to Geno's and rode with Ben was the worst mistake of my life because they had a ring crew that was there, so it wasn't Larry's ring, so we didn't have to worry about tearing down. I accidentally got so shit-faced, and then Ben just dragged me to the old port at literally midnight, and we were in a room with like 400 people trying to get a drink, and we just sat there, and I lost count of how many people I watched walk in from the outside into this room, and we were just in a bar, and I was like, Ben, we need to leave. I'm severely like drunk. And he's like, no, you're fine. And we're walking through Oldtown, and I'm just dropping it onto my knees because of the fucking cobblestone. And
it's like, Ben, I can't stand up straight anymore. He's like, you're fine. Come on.
Yeah, he will convince you that you're fine so much to the point that you will end up believing it no matter how shit-faced you are.
Yeah. Ben, I'm seeing 4 of you right now. He's like, that's just 3 more of them. 3 more to drink with. Come on, let's go. Yeah, all right.
Suddenly, him disappearing from my wedding makes so much sense.
Bingo. you kidding? Yeah, we were all wondering where he went.
Gotta love Ben.
He was probably across the street at what is the place that was down near that venue? There was an Irish pub that was like right down below where the venue was. That's probably where he ended up going.
Down there doing shots of freaking Jameson.
Oh, man.
On that note,
thank you, Zach, for joining the podcast.
No, thank you
we
guys
had
so much.
fun. I'm so glad you came on. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yes.
No, absolutely. I'm just so glad you didn't ask me to do this voice for the Steiner math because I don't think I would have been able to handle that.
Oh my god.
and now you can blame JP because that's another thing he took away from me because he wasn't thinking.
I was just thinking about the past.
The bar talk voice, I love it. So,
oh shit!
Anybody else got requests before he leaves?
Yeah, quick!
I'm waiting for Joey Nails to pop up in the chat.
I mean, hey, JP got one. Big Cat, Dylan next to you guys.
I was going to say, you
I'm
can
good.
kind of cast it at this point.
All right,
Good one. I can't think of one.
Come on, anything in any scenario. Come on,
I don't have
plan
it,
for this, man.
Yeah, I didn't plan for it at all.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, you know what?
Let me play some Jeopardy theme. Hang on.
You know what? Maybe I'll just come up with one for you guys to play next time, and I'll without having to see my face. So you guys can just.
We'll just have him do the processor's intros in different voices.
Do the what?
This is Bar Talk, and you're listening to Purr Stations.
I'm gonna do a little like infant commercial.
Just it's like would have someone animate Bar Talk the bat for us, and he's like, "Hello."
I don't think Don Bluth Productions, Hank Azaria, or anybody behind the film Anastasia would really appreciate that too much.
Probably not. Probably not.
Can you do a Joe like from Family Guy?
O'Reilly, I'm a little bit disappointed that you even had to ask that. Like you're making this too easy for me, man.
It's perfect. It's just like you could easily do like regular Seth MacFarlane too.
Listen, I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, I have absolutely no friggin' idea what you're talking about.
I feel like I need
Chris
Peter
Farley
Griffin.
for a second.
Oh, listen, that does remind me. Hey, JP, remember the time I thought I made Eric think that his phone kept ringing?
Oh Jesus!
Okay, tell the story now.
So this was right after the first Ted movie had come out, and Eric, for whatever reason, decided to set his text tone to the famous quote of "Oh yeah, hada hada." But the problem was because I did the voice and I was all the way halfway across the room where his phone was. He didn't realize that it wasn't his phone.
So many times you just
That's
kept
fantastic.
At least 10 times I did it before he realized it was me.
I get Jimmy go, God damn it, Zach!
Finally I flash it. What the fuck is wrong with this thing? It keeps fucking ringing. And it keeps fucking ringing. I don't have any goddamn notification. Like he's doing his whole over the top, like silly, angry Eric. And me and O'Reilly are just fucking dying. We're just sitting there fucking dying at this point. And he looks over and he goes, "Oh yeah, what the fuck is so funny with you guys?" Finally, I just look at him and I do the quote right to his voice. And he goes, "You motherfucker."
That is fantastic. Oh my god.
Oh my
God.
god.
One.
Oh, jeez, I'm crow. All right, for real this time. On that note, thank you guys so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Love talking to you guys.
Now, if this was Cleveland Browns signing out,
JP, I will slap you.
I'm gonna start sending you guys my Venmo so he can actually start charging.
This
is ridiculous. He keeps treating me like a jukebox, but I'm not getting paid. Like, can you at least
tell me where I stick the quarters?
And with that, I'm out.
Thank you, Zach, for being on the podcast.
Thanks, Zach, bud. So.
Yes, thank you so much, Dylan.
Yes, of course.
Big Cat. It was wonderful to talk with you.
Yes, love you.
O'Reilly,
Fuck yourself.
nice hat.
It's my work hat.
In my work.
Much love, you
It's
guys.
a strong.
It's not strong hat.